Okay, so we're back, and our aqua sealed has dried. It will, after it's dried, it's going to be really, really shiny. The reason why it's not shiny is because I've gone ahead and cleaned it with MEK, and that kind of dulled it out. But I also sanded a little bit. Well, I mean, I sanded the aqua seal and then did aqua tape. I just want to make sure the next layer of glue that we have has something to bite to. So I don't know if you can see that right there. I mean, it looks pretty decent, and I was planning on stopping right here actually until I had this huge ickiness of the old glue that just wasn't going to come off very nice, and that's when I decided I gave up Dive Right Scuba a call again and asked, I asked them, you know, how this finishing tape was, and they were like, hey, it'll work perfect for what you want. And so I ordered two different sizes. They have two different sizes. I ordered both. This is their wider one. They have a little bit skinnier one that they offer too. Come on, autofocus. Autofocus. Okay, there you go. But this just wasn't gonna overlap what I wanted. It just wasn't wide enough. But they do make a skinnier version if all you're trying to do is cover up that aqua seal. If you don't have this extra, so if you just want to make that aqua seal go away. I mean, it's clear for the most part. The thicker the material, the less clear it is. And I mean, you kind of want it as thick as possible, within reason. So all that being said, let's go ahead and get this taped off and ready to glue. And if by this point in the video you're like, oh well, you know, you've watched it all and you're saying, well, you know, I might really want these Cytec rings, but you know, I just don't think I want to do what this guy says that it wants to do. You know, your local dive shop should be able, you know, to handle an install like this. If you really don't find a place that really wants to, you know, Dive Right In Scuba would be more than happy to put a set of these on your suit. I mean, you'll just have to mail it in, you know, obviously mail it in, but they will put any Cytec system on any suit, you know, if they will actually fit, which I don't know of a suit that they wouldn't fit on, but I'm not a professional dry suit guy, so. This glue wants more than one layer, so I did two. It seemed to work really well. Probably going to end up doing another 2 coats. With this glue and this finishing tape, if you put that glue on this finishing tape, it is going to shrivel up like a piece of bacon. So normally when you use this glue, you will want to put the glue on both sides, you know, of whatever you're going to glue. But I do not want to fight a shriveling piece of bacon to get it to lay out flat. So I'm just going to be applying the glue to this one side, and I'll be honest, just kind of seeing if it adheres is good, as the other side did when I did do both. So let me get my cleaner. We'll clean the tape. With this tape, I went ahead and cleaned it with the MEK. And when I cleaned it, I figured, well, if it shriveled up, when I cleaned it, it might be hard to work with. But if I use this cleaner and it doesn't, you know, warp it at all, it ought to work just fine. And that's when, you know, it doesn't, the MEK doesn't warp it or make it sticky or anything. But man, as soon as that glue was on there, it just, it was not good. Give that just a minute or two to dry. Clean this one more time. Remember, clean, 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 clean. And clean some more. That's tacky enough for me, I think. I would kind of start and stop at your seam, your arm seam. That way, the seam that you make isn't going to be, you know, on the top too. It's going to be nice and hidden. And if you have an, cut your tape as perpendicular as you can. Make it look really nice. And right before you overlap, you're going to want to put some glue on both sides of this tape. That way it's got something to stick to. And so I'm not going to do nearly as much tape as I did the first time when we did the cuff originally, but I am going to put tape on this to hold it down to keep the edges from curling up, because that would be really bad. And you definitely need to do this. You need to tape it down, otherwise the edges are going to curl up, or even if they don't curl up, they're not going to be forced down into the glue. Okay, well, that ought to be plenty good. Nice and squished, and hopefully those edges are getting smushed down. So I'm going to let this dry overnight again. I said don't be in a hurry, you know, just let the glue dry, let it do its thing. That way it bonds correctly and has a good seal, and hopefully you have trouble free for years and years and years. So